Everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show the fabulously talented Chrystal Chappell. Hello and welcome.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Before we get started, let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host and husband, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hello, Mr. Ron.
Hello, my darling Miss Emmy winner. I mean, I can't believe it. How many times nominated? 19?
10.
There's something, 19.2. I don't know. Something like that.
Doesn't that kind of make you feel very important?
Or very old.
No, in our stupid business where they judge you on awards, not on the merit of work, it's a big deal. I'm really thrilled with that. I wish I had an enema.
What?
I can provide both.
Then we've got
no, because I tease about we're Jimmy and I are being, what are we being?
No, we're not. Just people are saying.
People are saying that we should be nominated for an
Emmy.
Emmy, and I keep saying no for an enema. Now I get confused with the two of them.
You got to go. Hold on. Now we want to say hello to the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Hey, Chrystal. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Chad.
Ron's a trip, isn't he?
Love it.
And we have a chat room full of people, so say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody who came to say hello. Hi.
I have to tell you, you have, like, such phenomenal fans. You really do. I mean, like, we have, we've had people on the show that have, like, 6 million Twitter followers that don't get as many tweets for them as you do. Not that you don't have a lot of followers, but you don't have 6 million. And your fans are so supportive, and they're so awesome. So I just want to do a quick shout-out to these 4 fans have promoted so much.
Yeah.
There's one of them. Her name is Chris, and she's at SoulMagic65 on Twitter. There's Karen Pike from Australia, Julie Sanders, and Emily Cordetta, I'm not sure. But anyway, these 4 girls have literally given me about 1 million impressions on your coming on the show, just between their tweets themselves, which is just unbelievable. And
you know what? They're small in numbers, but they're big in voice.
Oh, they are big in voice, and these girls are so fabulous, especially Chris. She sent me like at least 15 direct messages on Twitter today because I followed all your fans that promoted the show, and she keeps sending me all these things. And so I think it's fabulous, and congratulations to you. And before we talk about Venice's series, I just want to talk a little bit about your career in general, and then we're going to talk about Venice's series. First of all, where are you calling us from?
I'm on the central coast of California. It's actually really chilly here right now.
It's we're in
Cold
Pennsylvania,
here.
And it's 50. It's
freezing
today.
Here.
Where are you?
We're in Pennsylvania.
Right now, we're in New York, Pennsylvania, Florida, L.A. Right now we're in Pennsylvania. Soon we'll be in California again.
We're moving to Palm Springs,
we're
actually.
All over.
Oh, nice.
We have a lot of soap opera stars that are friends that you probably know because you were on some. First of all, you're on Bold and the Beautiful. You were on Bold and the Beautiful. We had Sean Kanan on recently.
Do you know Sean?
We went to see him.
I do know Sean.
We love him. He's a good buddy.
And we had Ian Kiltrip.
Who?
Ian Kiltrip. I don't know if he was on Bold. I know he was on General. I thought he won his Emmy, though, for Bold and the Beautiful, but I might be wrong. But anyway, he was on General Hospital. He played Duke on General Hospital.
And John Barrowman's good.
Ian.
Oh, and then
yes.
John Barrowman.
You know John Barrowman?
I don't know what soap opera he was on because now he's on regular television. He's on Arrow, on that show Arrow, and he was in Doctor Who.
And how about, what's the name?
Michael Damian from Young and the Restless. Do you know Michael Damian?
Michael Damian, yes.
Don't you love him? Don't you love him?
We love him.
Wonderful.
I love Michael.
And I have to say, all the soap opera people are so much fun, and we should.
Wait. We have to name all our soaps.
I don't know any other ones.
Well, what about? Oh, I forgot.
Judith Chapman.
Judith Chapman.
Oh, she's brilliant.
And Tristan Rogers.
Judith is a friend of ours. We
Rogers.
just saw Judith a couple of weeks ago in Palm Springs. She just finished doing a play. I understand she was brilliant in it. Everybody's carrying on about it. And I said to her, let's bring it around. Let's produce it.
I have to say, though, actors and actresses who are on soap operas, number one, they're all super cool. And they're very, very nice. Like, we haven't had anybody – we don't really get anybody who's not nice on the show anyway.
Oh, wait, what about the handsome guy with the gray hair? He's gorgeous.
That's
sitting next right there.
Yeah, that's the one he's talking about. Me. No,
Jimmy.
No, you're talking about Ian Buchanan. We mentioned him.
Oh, you don't know Ian Buchanan?
I do know Ian. Yes, I know Ian very well.
Is he not gorgeous or what?
So handsome.
I mean, for a man of his age, boy, oh boy, he's got it going.
She's actually, though, married to a soap opera star who's gorgeous also, Michael Sabatino.
Yeah.
Sabatino?
Yes,
Sabatino.
My friend is Robert Sabatano. Is that funny? Bobby Sabatano. Sabatino, his Bobby.
Sabatano.
Sabatino.
Tomato, tomato.
That's right, tomato, tomato.
Right.
So what I was going to say though is all the soap opera people are so much fun, and we have a really good time, and all of them are all do really cool independent projects outside of soap operas, like you, like you, and like everybody else. We've been working with Michael Damian on his film High Strung, and then all the fans. I'm not kidding you. The fans of soap opera stars are like more diehard than like the fans from like, the biggest person on whoever's number one on IMDb.
Because they see them every day. They're like
Exactly.
friends. Yeah.
And you guys are so nice to everybody, in social media and stuff. So I think it's fabulous. And so I want to give you kudos and just say, too, congratulations. So you've got 3 Emmys. 2 of them are for Venice, the series, which we're going to be talking about, and also playing the little promo clip for everybody, for anybody who doesn't know about it. You've been nominated for an Emmy 10 times, which is like super sick, cool as could be. And
she's like Meryl Streep,
she's like Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep of soaps. I mean, what are you going to do?
And so,
Love it. I'll take it.
Take it, exactly.
And in back in the day, which it could be even today, you won the Soap Opera Digest Award for Hottest Female Star. So I want to give you props for that too, because that's just dope.
Hey.
Well, if she takes the glasses off, gets made up, and does the hair up, she's drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, you're drop dead gorgeous.
You have beautiful features. You can't get old. You're going to be like me. I'm 130 and still look good. No, when you have bones. I looked at you. You have cheekbones. You have no chin. That holds your face up. No, seriously. Strong bones, chins hold up faces.
Good. And this thing holding my skin up back here, it works too. A little clippy. No, I'm teasing.
Fabric clip. Listen.
I had a doctor tell me that once. He said, just get a clip. I'm like, really? Where do you buy those?
Yeah. No, I got one better. I went to a plastic surgeon and I said, listen, this is what I want. I want this pulled here, this lifted like that, and that. He said, why spend the money? Just crazy glue your hands to your face. And walk around like that. Did you know Kelly Ripa?
Yeah, Kelly's sweet. She's a sweetheart.
She's soap. And her husband, Mark, I know. He's a nice guy. So,
Very nice.
So look where everybody went from soap. They went into all these different places and made fortunes of money. Now, I used to date. Now, this is going back to 19.
She's not even.
You weren't in the business.
She wasn't even going to be
This
born.
is like 1950. I was about 17 years old, and he was like 34, and I'm still looking for him if he's still alive. And his what the hell was his name again?
I forgot. No, he was a soap opera star.
He was a soap opera General Hospital, and he was gorgeous. He was a blonde, handsome, big, burly guy. Casey Michaels. Did you?
I need to Google him.
She's
no,
young.
I Googled him, and I can't find him. I don't think they do Google back that far back.
Somewhere. He's somewhere in the ether on the internet.
But he used to play piano and sing at the Blue Note bar in the Village on the weekends, and he was a soaper. And I remember running home from school so excited to see my boyfriend, who was 35 or 38, on television, black and white. And I was 17.
So one of the fans in the chat room also told us that we had Charles Shaughnessy, and he was on Days of Our Lives also, because you were on Days of Our Lives.
Did you work with Charles?
I did. I've kissed most everyone on daytime. There was a kiss. There was a kiss with Charlie. Mm-hmm.
I bet you all the women were fainting from that one.
I love English accents.
He's a sweet guy. We had him on. He's really nice.
Just recently we had him on. Also, what soap opera did you play, Carly? I have to say I don't. Days. Okay.
Days of Our Lives. Yeah.
In the chat room was posting how she loved you on Days of Our Lives, and so you were on Days of Our Lives, Guiding Light, One Life to Live, The Bold and the Beautiful. Is that all the daytime soaps?
That sounds about right.
Well, you were on a lot of other things because I went on your IMDb and it's full. So is any one of those soaps? Did you have more fun than others?
Oh, well, no. I mean, look, I Guiding Light. I was there for 10 years, and it was so much fun because I played such a bad girl. I got to say all the worst things to people.
Oh, good. I was going to ask you.
I get in trouble for it.
No, I was going to ask you if you played the bitch ever. If you ever played. I don't watch soaps, but did you ever play the bitch?
Yeah, that's the best character. I played the good girl and I played the bad girl. The bad girl by far.
Buried alive in 1993, these are diehard fans.
Now I know you were too young, but did you ever hear any rumors running around about Joan Crawford when she played that 18-year-old part for her daughter on the soap opera Joan Crawford,
No.
Miss Legend. You know who she is, Joan Crawford.
Yes, I know who she is, but I didn't know she did.
Don't. You'll be surprised. People don't know who Jane Russell is. I dropped dead, you know.
Oh.
And she played on a soap opera. Her daughter had a part, and she was in the hospital. And Joan Crawford played the part of like an 18-year-old when she was like 60. No, it's true. Investigate it. I forgot what soap she was on.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you get a kick out of those stories.
I like it. I actually watched my mom who's she's not alive anymore. But when I was in high school and college, I watched Young and the Restless. That's why I liked Michael Damian, because I actually knew who he was. As the World Turns, and in General Hospital. And so, like, anytime I meet the people from those soaps, I always get excited just because, like, I watched them and it was a lot of fun. And I noticed too, one of the people who's one of the people in Venice, the series, which we're going to be talking about, is Hillary B. Smith, and she was Margot Hughes on As the World Turns for all the years that I was watching it. And so
that's right.
I loved it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And so maybe we'll talk a little bit now. We'll go into Venice this year. So you have a series, huh?
No, I want to ask Chrystal what she thinks about these soaps going off the air after so many years, and why. Is it because they're not violent enough? Nobody's beating each other up using vulgar language, or stabbing and killing and shooting and whatevering like the rest of the shows that are successful? That's a lot.
What do you watch?
Well, he makes me watch that. He doesn't make me. I have to. I sometimes do. That disgusting show called Orange.
Oh, that's not a soap opera, though.
No,
it's Black.
I love Orange.
It is a soap opera. It's a streaming soap opera, but it's the same as a soap opera. I think that show is hideous.
I love it.
What joy!
We had a whole bunch of the people from it on the show. I loved it.
I love the workers. I love the work they do. I look at it basically for the work. My very good friend Barbara Rosenblatt was on it. She was the one that crashed the truck and killed a woman and whatever. She played the Rosa, the Hispanic,
the one with cancer
that died. I love the work. Those people really work. Just like I love soap operas. You know, everybody makes fun of them. They say, oh, they're so corny. Yeah, frig you. Go out there every day live. And
it's one of the hardest jobs out there. You're doing like 70, 100 pages a day.
Hello. I do a movie. You got to see what I put people through. I mean, I'm going to do a movie now for Michael Damian coming up, and he doesn't know what he's in for. I mean, I look at the line. Okay, is it going to snow today? Could you give me that line, please?
I've done that. I get it.
Excuse me. Oh, is it going to? What is it going to do today?
It's funny because I watched a thing where it says, Guiding Light, I guess it was on for 70-something years before it got taken off the air. And, like, I don't know which soap operas are still on the air. I'm assuming Young and the Restless is, because I saw somebody on it. General Hospital, I guess, is. And Bold and Beautiful is.
Bold and Beautiful.
And Days of the Lives. And Venice, the series.
And online, yes. We're still on.
I'm telling you, though, online is the best place to be. It's the future of where everything will be eventually anyway.
Go on stream.
And the fact that you actually started this in 2009, I think I read. The fact that you started, you were like way ahead of the curve. From what I understand, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like you basically were looking for a new avenue and a new way to do a scripted show that got to talk about the topics you wanted to talk about and what you thought was, important to be brought up. So you formed a production company, and it's called Open Book Productions, and Venice the series was your first project. Or is your first project, 2009. You guys have 4 seasons finished.
Well, Jim, let her tell us all about it in detail, what it is, because I don't know what it is.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot.
Educate me.
I will educate you. We're going into our 5th and last season because I believe in beginnings, middles, and ends, right, with stories. Venice is an online show that follows people in Venice Beach, California. The 2 leads, Annie and Gina, are star-crossed lovers. And Laura is sort of the third wheel, but a very prominent third wheel. And it's really a story of these 3 women, but it's the families and how they interact, and it's good soapy fun, but it also puts gay women out there in the forefront.
I saw it. I saw one of it. I remember one in Venice Beach a couple of years, maybe 2 years ago, a year ago.
It's on for 5 years. This is 4 seasons.
Yeah, I saw it. I somehow clicked in and watched it, and it was good, and I never found it again. I never thought about it, really. But it was taken.
Think about it now.
No, let's think about it.
You know what? I remember. I didn't know they were lesbians, though. I forgot what it was, but I remember they were down at the beach, and one girl was crying hysterically because something had happened with somebody else, and
He doesn't have a good memory with that, but
no, you know what it is?
Sounds like
I look at acting, I look at camera, lighting, I really look at all of it. I don't look at a movie just for the whatever people look at. When I'm watching a film with Jimmy in the theater, I say, Jimmy, the DP is fabulous. Or wow, I love the lighting. Look at the where they're going with this guy. Look at this actor. He's really doing something more than what it needs. I really do that, and that's how I love work. So
awesome.
when I see any of my friends working, and I know them socially as buddies, you know what it's like. They curse, they pick their noses, you know. And then like Angelina Jolie, and then suddenly you see her in a movie like what is it? The one I love.
G.O., you like the tourist?
The Tourist, looking like the most gorgeous creature in the world, walking and so sophisticated. I get the biggest bang out of it. Because,
Right.
you know, I know them just sitting around, like I said, picking their noses.
You guys are really good friends.
No.
You can pick together.
Yeah, when you can pick.
No, you know what?
That was good.
No, she grew up in my house. I lived in Beverly Hills on Spalding. She lived on Roxbury around the corner. And my daughter Deirdre used to play with her at Roxbury Park all the time. So Angie's mom and I were friends, Marsha Lena, and she grew up with my kids. And I just picked her out of a hat. I mean, Jane Russell, the famous legend of Hollywood, was my dearest friend. We hung out. We were buddies. And Jane in person, I mean, forget about it. Forget
Not
it.
like what you see on the
She would
show.
wear sneakers, sweatpants, no makeup, her hair piled back in a ponytail, and she'd walk around grumpy, complaining about everything. And here was the sexy goddess of the world, the most sexiest woman in the world in 1940. So unlike her character, and so down to earth, and so real.
So hold on.
Story.
Man,
Now,
that's
wait,
okay.
I didn't finish my question. Now, honestly answer me.
Okay.
How are you different from your character, or do you bring your personality into your TV character?
Oh, I'm
How much?
I'm much more cerebral. I'm much more of a thinker than any of the characters I play. I'm more quiet. I'm more of an observer. I think like you do a little bit. When I watch movies and things, I think, oh, that's a great shot, or I like the backlight, or
Love
the
it.
sound is kind of tinny, or I'm I see things like that, but I'm quiet and I'm observant. So when I get on in front of a camera, I have to be.
But I mean, how much of you do you pull? Like,
It's all me. It's on some level. Everything that I pull out of a character is somewhere inside of me,
so
or I'm in touch with it. Anyway.
in other words, if you are delivering a line about, say, going to a restaurant to eat chicken, it's exactly as you would say it to your husband. Or are you acting? That's the thing I'm going for.
Well, it depends on the circumstance. Acting is circumstances. So if I'm really upset and I'm really, really hungry, I'm going to say, I'm going to the restaurant. I'm going there for chicken. Okay?
And that's how
Or,
you do it in your real world.
well, it just depends. No, it just depends. No, I would just, no, it just depends. Unless I'm in a really pissy mood and I want some chicken.
Right.
You know,
Point I'm trying.
which I can be.
I have many actors for friends because I'm 76 years old. I mean, I've been in the business 52 years. Of course, I've collected people, and I know them in their like Betty Davis. Okay, here we go. I found it. Betty Davis and I were buddies for a couple of years when she was 100, and she lived over at the Colony in L.A. Betty Davis in person drank, had a filthy mouth, was sarcastic, and hated everybody, especially Faye Dunaway. She hated her the most. And yet, on screen, she was the most elegant, sophisticated woman. Oh, Jerry, why ask for the moon? We have the stars. Now, I've goofed around with her on that. And I said, what did you think? She said, when they gave me my script and I read that, I said, out, out, out. This is so disgusting and soapy and syrupy and horrible. Nobody would say that. Nobody's going to believe the line. Meanwhile, it became the call letter of the movie. And I told her that. I said, but B, it's the line that made the movie work. She said, goes to show you the kind of people that come to see my films. Another thing is, she was walking out of a hotel. We were walking side by side, and people were running alongside of us saying, Miss Davis, I love you, I love you. I said, of course you do. Of course you do, darlings. Of course you do. She was a card. But
Oh, I love it.
so now how much of you, again, goes into your character on the screen?
No, I've played some really horrible people. I mean, I wouldn't say that's That's who I am.
Well,
I just think that it's a nice therapy. I get paid for, saying the things that everyone wants to say. But no, I'm there are a lot of qualities in my characters that I have, but I'm much more of an introvert, and I'm very, very shy really in real life. So for me to put myself out in front of the camera like that into character, I'm hiding in a lot of ways.
That's like Glenn Ford. Glenn Ford was he was the most frightened man of himself. Glenn Ford drank quite a lot, and that's the only way to get a out of him. Yet on the screen with Rita Hayworth and Gilda, if you're familiar with the film, Glenn Ford was brilliant with the script. Lots of people are that way. If you were to play Mae West, who would you pull it from? Where would you get it from to play Mae West?
Do you know who Mae West is? First of all, you have to.
I do.
Everybody knows Mae West if you're alive.
Come on. I bet you a lot of.
No, I know who Mae West is.
It's Mae West. Mae West is like legendary. Where would you pull it?
What is the famous line when I'm
No.
good?
Are you happy? Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Come up and see me sometime.
Hard to do.
It'd be very hard to. That's a character that I really have to work on. But I think it comes a lot from her sexuality, and I'm feeling my boobs right now. It comes a lot from her sexuality.
You know what you have to do, Jimmy? You have to see some of the things I do. I played a mean Brooklyn cop. You had to see what I had to do.
Everybody in the chat room is saying how they love the fact though that you get the opportunity to play like the bitchy persons, like everybody wants to be able to play a bitch. Not everybody can do it, and not everybody's good at it. But
Joan Collins is the best in person too.
I worked with Joan.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Oh yes, Joan Collins. Oh, I love her to death, but what a friggin' mouth on that bitch! Whoa, she crucifies everybody in the whole room in a minute. That's one tough tomato. Don't play with Joan. Oh, no.
Okay, let's go to Venice. I want to go to Venice because lots of people in the chat room. First of all, if somebody wants to see Venice, I wrote down that you can see season 1 and 2 on YouTube and 3 and 4 on Vimeo. Where else? Is that the best place to go to watch?
Those are the 2 places to go, yes.
Okay,
and we have DVDs in the store of all 4 seasons.
And that's on VeniceTheSeries.com. And you guys can follow Venice the Series on Twitter. It's at Venice the Series. And you can follow Chrystal. It's at Chrystal Chappell, and it's 2 P's and 2 L's.
No waiting.
No waiting. That's right.
Chrystal, let me tell you something, and this comes right from directly out of my gun. You're very nice. Like you. Most people, your credit or your wins and stuff are kind of uppity, bitchy, and not very nice. You are still real, good, nice, beautiful, and sweet, and I want you to know that. And I was hesitant when Jimmy said you were coming on. I said, oh, another one of those divas. It's all about me, my winning, my awards. Aren't I fabulous? Don't you love me? Aren't I terrific? And nobody else is in the world but me, and nothing like that.
So let's talk about Venice a little bit. Okay, so who do you play?
That describes Joan Collins, by the way.
Really? We're so much alike.
Who do you play in Venice the Series?
Gina Brogno, who's an interior designer, and she's actually not a very nice person at first when you first meet her in season 1, but she's growing, becoming a nicer person, so that Annie will love her.
Okay, so I wrote down some of the cast members. First of all, we should say, you guys, Venice the Series is created by Chrystal Chappell and Kim Teresi. Do I spell it right? Okay, Kim Teresi. They're in their 5th season, which they're crowdfunding for, which we'll talk about in a minute, and they're almost made it. I guess the lead heartthrob, or I don't know what you call her since I haven't watched. I'm going to watch it now that we've had you on the show. Nadia, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but
Jorlin.
She is.
Jimmy, what's wrong with you?
It's BJORLIN.
You graduated 4th in your class.
I can't help it. It's like 6th.
6th.
How do you pronounce her last name?
Bjorlin.
Okay, first of all, I have to say, everybody needs to look this girl up on IMDb or just Googling her name. She is smoking beautiful. I mean, like every woman is going to like her. Every man is going to. There's like nobody on the planet who's not going to like this lady. She is so incredibly gorgeous. And from what I've seen in all the previews and her IMDb credits, which she has some really terrific ones, that she is some actress, and she is definitely, I mean, she is like definitely smoking beautifully, incredibly beautiful. So then we also have Jordan Clark. And Jordan Clark, actually, I knew because I'm a big White Squall fan. I've seen that movie like 1,000 times, and he was in White Squall.
I didn't know that. I'll have to find it.
Like Jeff Bridges and all these people. It's about these kids who go on a boat. Like they're like troubled kids or whatever, and they go and live on a boat, you know, kind of like disciplined to learn how to run the boat or whatever. It's a really good movie. It's got huge, big people in it. Then I saw your husband is in it, Michael Sabatino, but I guess he doesn't play your love interest.
Hang on a minute. Chad, pull up a picture of her husband, Robert Sabatini.
No.
Roger that.
Michael Sabatino.
He was on Knots Landing.
He was on. That's where I first saw him. I think that might have been his first thing because I remember him from
Could you pull up a picture for us, please?
He's going to find one.
I can find one.
Who does he play?
Oh, no, wait, Chad will pull it up. This way it goes out.
Who does Michael play on the show?
He plays Alan. He's sort of the dirty villain.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
How many years are you married?
19, going on 20.
God,
they have two
God
children.
Bless you. Oh, children too. Now, another question I love to know about. How do you swing it, my dear? The work was your daytime, you're live. The children, school.
Venice isn't live though, right?
No, but when she's a soaper. You're not.
I'm a super.
You're not soaping anymore?
I haven't. I do occasionally. I haven't in a while. I've never heard that a soaper when you.
You never heard that expression?
No, I like it.
No. Good looking, handsome.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Fella. Oh yeah. I know that face. I know that face.
He's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Like her, he's in all the best soap operas.
I know who he is. You never heard? I'm an actor. Oh, do you ever do soaps? Yeah, sometimes I'm a soaper. You never heard that?
I know, I haven't. I love it.
Wait, did you meet him on a soap?
I did. He was my first kiss on Days of Our Lives.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? That's so awesome.
And you fell in love with my fans love this. Now let's talk about it. So you felt he kissed you and you felt bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, boom.
No, he had bad breath. He had bad breath.
I love it.
Bad breath, that first kiss. He apologized for it though, so that made it all okay.
Oh my God, I love it.
That's fantastic.
Well, that's what Clark Gable did. You know, Clark Gable wore dentures, and they had denture odor very bad. And when he was making a movie with Loretta Young wouldn't kiss him because of his denture odor, and she made a big deal about it. Well, she didn't kiss him. She wound up getting pregnant by him and having an illegitimate kid. So, you know, she should have stayed with the bad breath away from him.
Actually, just so you know, since you probably don't know it, Ron had a TV show in L.A. called Set the Record Straight where they interviewed all the legends of Hollywood, and he's kind of like
Time Warner Cable.
He's kind of like Bob Osborne from Turner Classic Movies. He's like he knows every movie from the 20s till the 70s.
And I interviewed all of the great legends from Lauren Bacall to Tony Curtis to Jane Russell to everybody.
Anyway, so he's like kind of like our old Hollywood expert, and I'm more like the young Hollywood expert, and we go together and we try to find guests that combine both, you know, guests for both.
And what I try to do is to get young people today to look at film. I don't call it old film because Lauren Bacall said to me, Ron, a film is only old after you've seen it. So for all the young folk out there who have not seen the great work that Hollywood has done from silent movies till today, I feel sorry for you because you're missing out on joy after joy after joy. Do you agree?
I 100% agree. I love films.
Do you ever watch?
Classics.
Do you ever watch a classic Turner classic movies with Bob?
I own a lot of classic films.
So you know
what's your most favorite classic film?
I love The Philadelphia Story. I'm a huge Katharine Hepburn fan.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Great piece of work. Great piece of work. Great. And they got along very well. Kate was not easy.
Okay, hold on. So we're going to go back. Okay, so you met your husband. He plays Alan in Venice series. Then you have Dot Marie Jones, which we just had her on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Her.
We love her.
She's our new best friend, by the way. You know, we're going to hang. Awesome. We're going to hang out with her and that knockout blonde beauty, gorgeous.
Did you meet her wife?
Her
wife is fabulous.
Is she?
I've known Dottie for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Well, Dot is so awesome, and her wife is just fabulous. We had such a good time.
Dot is my new buddy. As soon as we get to Palm Springs in our new house, she's coming over for dinner with Blondie, and it's fabulous. I love her.
And we're going to have you come, too.
Yes.
I'd love to.
I'm serious. Here's what I'm thinking. I already said to Jimmy, we have so many soap opera people that are friends of ours. We have like 10, 12 of them. We should really do an AIDS benefit for the Desert AIDS benefit in Palm Springs to raise money because they really do need money, the AIDS benefit thing, and have all our soap opera friends come and mingle. and do signings and talk and perform or whatever. And I know that Michael will do it, Shane will do it, everybody will do it that I know. So we're going to do that.
That's a good idea. I mean, it's seriously good idea.
Yes, I know we're all about giving back to
the Dade's Desert Project. They're having a little problems with funds because they do give out cocktails to people who are dying that can't afford it. And they do help so many people dying from AIDS, not only gay people, all people. Mm-hmm. So I think we should kick in some bucks, and I will run the whole thing. I'll put it together. I'll get the hall. We will do it at the Riviera Hotel. It's a wonderful big ballroom. I know the people there, and we could sell tickets and give the Desert AIDS thing some money.
Absolutely.
Well, I know a lot of people in the soaper world, so you tell me what you need and pick a date, and we'll make it happen.
She picked it up, soaper
world.
Okay, we're going to be moving there soon.
So we're going to call on you, Chrystal. Yes, don't think not. And it should be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to bring in a lot of celebrity friends of mine that Lainey Kazan will come because she's a big supporter. We have so many movie star friends that we could have just come in and hang out and talk to people.
Awesome.
And everybody will, because everybody's in sync about AIDS. We have so many friends that love gay people because gay people are so much a part of the business.
Absolutely. Which I think is cool, which we're going to talk about in a second. I want to finish. I didn't write down your whole cast, but anybody who just turned in. Hang on.
I want to stay with it. How do you know Dottie?
How did I meet? Dottie was a friend of a friend. I met her 20-some years ago.
Really?
She's a 19-year overnight success.
Yes.
I watched her for 19 years pounding that pavement.
She is unbelievably great. I love her.
I was a huge Glee fan. He didn't really watch Glee, but I loved Glee, and I loved her. And she had such great storylines throughout the whole thing. And even when she started, they didn't really let her sing at the beginning, and then she took singing lessons, and then she was singing, and she was really good. She got really good, and she's just great.
She has done so much for gay women. You have no idea how she's made straight people change their minds about gay women.
Just like they are on their show, Venice.
Oh, I'm going to watch. I did watch it.
Okay, but hang on. I want to go back. Okay, so Dot Marie Jones. I only have 3 more names. I know the cast is bigger. I just picked out names of people that I as soon as I saw their picture on IMDb, I knew who they were. Like I knew what they were in. So we have Peter Reckel. Reckel. I don't know. Is that how you pronounce it? Who's really cool.
Robert Newman.
Joel Brooks. I wrote down Joel Brooks, and I wrote down Zoe Bell. She was only in 3 episodes, but I actually met her at a convention many years ago, and she's like one of the for anybody who doesn't know Zoe Bell, you know her. She's like the action. She does all the stunt stuff for women in Hollywood, basically. Anything that you see.
Kill Bill, I think she did. Didn't she do some stunts in Kill Bill?
She did that one Death Proof, where she's riding on the front of the car, driving 100 miles an hour with Kurt Russell. Anyway, she's really amazing, and she's like basically one of the biggest stunt women in Hollywood, and she is super cool. She's gorgeous, and she's done. And she used to do stuff where you didn't know it was her, but now she's doing a lot of stuff as herself. And
beautiful. She's lovely.
Super lovely and talented. So let's go back. So you basically have developed this storyline. I think it's really cool that you're heterosexual and you're playing like a gay character. You're playing a gay character. You have a cast of everybody, and it's probably like I don't know who's gay and who's not gay, but you actually are tackling a lot of gay issues.
Hang on. I'm gay and I play straight. You never say to me, I think it's very nice of you to play straight.
No, because what I'm thinking, though, she created this series, though. She's the creator. She's not just like someone
who got a role. She's an actor. Of course she's going to portray anything. Woman from Mars.
I know, but she developed the concept is where I'm going with it. She developed the concept, and it's really a concept that helps the LGBT community.
She's an artist. She's a talent.
Okay, well, let her talk about it. I want to hear
this. No, you guys are doing great. I like listening to you.
I don't like when they make it look like, oh, isn't it nice a straight person wrote about a gay person? No, that's not so. She writes about what she writes about. She's an artist. She's a writer.
I know, but it's positively benefiting the LGBTQ community.
Absolutely.
And I think that's like really cool. And it doesn't have, there's not hundreds of shows out there that are doing that. And first of all, especially that started, 6-7 years ago. Not a lot of shows were doing this 7 years ago. Now it's kind of like politically correct and it's popular, but you did it, when it wasn't popular and came up with this idea and this concept. So just talk a little bit of that.
In all fairness, this came from a storyline from Guiding Light, the soap that went off the air in 2009. They had my character, who was this viperous woman, if that's a word, fall in love with another woman. I had slept with every man in town. All of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but they gradually told this story where she fell in love with this other woman. And we went off the air. And what happened was, and again, this gets back to the fans and how amazing they are. They started writing me, like thousands of letters I would get telling me their stories, just because they wanted to tell somebody. They found something relatable.
Yes.
That they couldn't find. And so that's where the idea of Venice came from. It really came from a reaction to what the fans were telling me. Not only what they wanted to see, but there was such heart and passion in what they shared with me that it kind of got Venice off the ground.
Because they're invisible. Gay people are invisible in the straight world. You know that. They only recognize us if we act stupid or in drag or are outrageous. But if we are normal, or not normal, if we are conventional acting, Jimmy and I are invisible.
We don't go swinging. We live in a house.
Yeah.
We have 2 dogs. We go to
exhausting.
Go to dinner.
But
we're not putting on dresses and prancing around.
The people who don't know who we are ignore us. Once they find out who we are, then of course they want to be celebrity hanger-oners, Then we become visible. But if Jimmy and I don't tell them what we do and who we are, and they don't recognize us, we are totally invisible. Then people are not even friendly to us or nice to us.
Pennsylvania's not a good place for gay people.
They know you're gay and men. And they just feel like they're going to vomit any minute. Like
I see.
2 men kissing, I'm going to throw up. I could vomit, nauseating. Look at these 2 good-looking guys. Wow, how sad that they're not with women.
Which, by the way, because I watched I watched your CNN interview when Venice the series just started, I guess, and I watched a bunch of different clips where it shows you kissing, and because that was on CNN, they were actually talking about that. How you've got this Emmy award-winning actress, and here she is making out with this other girl in this series, and how cool. I mean, it was a really cool. It was just really cool all the way in general, and I think that the reason that because you're so relatable and easy to talk to and so friendly with your fans, I mean, that has helped you and probably the whole cast. I can't speak for them because I'm not talking with them now, but I'm assuming knowing Dot Jones and knowing Zoe Bell, that everybody in the cast is pretty way cool. And that has really helped because, to be an indie series getting funded by the fans, and getting the viewership, because I looked at the view counts on the shows, you got so many plays on this thing. It really is a phenomenon. You've really done something that's a phenomenon. It was the first one. Everybody's doing it now. Orange is the New Black, and you have all these series and things, but you were so far ahead of the curve with what you were doing, and you're thinking of how you put it together, and you have such cool fans that get the whole thing going, that I want to bring up that you are crowdfunding on Indiegogo for season 5. And if you guys go to VeniceTheSeries.com, on the right-hand side, there's a link you can actually click, because I don't know how to get to the Indiegogo any other way. Or you can follow Venice the Series on Twitter and click on the link. But you're 90. You were 90% when I woke up, I think, and it was 91% 3 hours later after these four girls were tweeting all these things about it, it went up. And so.
Well, let's talk a little bit about an actress kissing another actress. Taya Gill is a good friend of mine. You know Taya Gill?
I don't.
Okay, Taya Gill is a Canadian actress who was in that wonderful series called, what is it called?
Queer as Folk.
Queer as Folk. She's a heterosexual girl, woman married. She played a lesbian. And the other actress who's brilliant, whose name is Clooney, what the hell is her first name? I was a very famous soap opera star in Canada. Something Clooney played the other lesbian. And Taya and I would sit around drinking and talking, and I say, Taya, what was it like the first time you had to kiss a woman? Did you get off on it? She said, no. I said, well, what was it like? She said, like my girlfriends. As young girls, we used to make out. I said, what do you mean? She said, we practiced kissing, so when we kissed boys, we would kiss them right. and we used to make out. I said, go away. I would video that. I could make $1 million. Men would pay fortunes for that. She said, no. I had a girlfriend that she didn't know how to make out good, so I said, come here, let me show you the kiss. We used to sit around looking at each other's boobs and whose pubic area is more. And I thought, guys do the same thing. Guys look at each other's penises, testicles, who they talk about who could shoot far or who could pee far, and that's what it's all about. So with Taya, it was like nothing to kiss this girl who was absolutely gorgeous anyway. And she had no problem with it. Now, I can't mention his name, but there's a male friend of mine who had to kiss somebody in a movie. And he just couldn't deal with it. He said he didn't sleep the night before the shoot. And when he had to kiss, the guy he had kissed was good looking and young too. He's young also.
Oh my God, yeah.
He said, I couldn't handle it. He said, I really had a lot of problems with it. He said, and after I kissed him, like I felt like, Jesus Christ, and what the hell is in me? I guess maybe he got a tingle in his pickle or something, a tickle in his pickle. I don't know what he got. But
I like that.
But he said that, no, really, he said that he may never, ever do that again. He said he really doesn't care for it. No offense, Ron, he said. I said, no, it's okay. I was married for 16 years to a woman. I enjoyed making out with her, kissing her, going down, and all the stuff that men do. I enjoyed it. I was very much a man when I was married, and I'm very much a man now. You know, you don't fall in love with the agenda. You fall in love with the person.
Right. Exactly.
And when you're kissing another man, it's a piece of work. You're working.
So hold on. Okay, so hold on. Let's go back, though, because I want to go back to this crowdfunding thing, because I want to get – first of all, Chris, who's been sending me all kinds of messages as we're going along here today. This is really like, I mean, if Chris was like,
you're a great guest, by the way. We want you back.
If she was one of my, like, if she was like a big fan of mine and she was doing all this stuff, I would be like so like ecstatic. This girl is so fabulous. I just have to say, everybody should follow @SoulMagic65 on Twitter. She's really cool. And somebody else just sent me a thing in the chat room. Tell Chrystal she's gorgeous, and we'll be watching the series. I have no idea. I'm not going to ask that.
Yes, you can. You can ask if she's gay.
Listen,
gay people are not ashamed anymore, Jimmy.
They're not, but she's a fan of Chrystal.
It's okay. She could be in love with Chrystal.
That's okay. Well, I'm not going to go that way. Here's what we're going to.
Well,
first of all, it says
please ask all of
Chrystal's.
He's such a prude.
Please ask all of Chrystal's.
I love you guys. I swear. I've come to your house. I don't even care. I'm just going to show up. Give me your address.
Hey, hold on. Okay, so Chris,
he's such a prude. He's
I'm not a prude.
You're a Protestant prude, a white glove
Protestant. We have to. I want to get this.
I know, because you're upsetting me.
I'm not upsetting
you. If she's gay, it's okay.
I don't know if she's gay. I'm not asking her if she's gay. Chris, are you gay? Type to me on Twitter, because Ron wants to know if you're.
If you are, we love you. We support you.
And if you're not, we love you and support you.
Maybe. Maybe a little bit.
No. Okay, so here. First of all, Chris texted me. She says, please ask everyone who's listening, if everybody buys one of the $25 perks today in honor of Chrystal, then the whole crowdfunding will be wrapped up. Go,
exactly.
Venice. Thanks for supporting this. So
$1.
First of all, she doesn't need a whole lot more money to make.
What do you need, Chrystal?
They're trying to make $125,000.
What do you need now?
Well, I think we're at 113, something like that.
Should be.
So 125. So we're about 12 away.
That should be easy. Everybody out there, send her a buck. Come on, be a sport.
Yeah. This too, you guys. Okay, 125,000 is what they're trying to get, but everybody always lowballs these things. So if you want to donate more and let them go over it, this is an independently produced thing. I have to tell you guys, for the budgets that you're creating a whole season on, the work is so professional looking. It's not even funny. I mean, I've seen $10 million movies that don't look as good as this $125,000 series.
Let me give you a little bit of balance, everybody out there. You go to the movies and you spend $12 to $14 for a movie, right? This lady comes into your home for free. And how many years has she been coming into your house for free? Don't you think she deserves a couple of bucks, folks?
There you go. And
right? So, Chris, send her maybe $10. Screw the $1. Send $10.
And Chris says sorry, but she's straight and she's just a huge Chrystal fan.
Chrystal, I'm happy you're straight.
No, not Crystal's. Chris. She's
Chrystal. Yeah, and I just turned 76 last week, and I lost the last marble. I had one marble left, and it went away. I mean, I think soon I'm going to not know who I am, how to speak English anymore.
But listen, you guys, if you go to VeniceSeries.com and you click on the Indiegogo, they have great perks.
$1, $1.
Yeah, you can send $1, but you can send $5 and get a shout out. You can get something, and Chrystal and Venice Series will follow you on Twitter. I don't know what the perks are, but if you spend a little bit in the bigger numbers, which they're not real big numbers. I've seen people who have a bunch of $20,000 and $30,000 ones for a couple of $100. You can go to something in LA where you guys go have drinks or something.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, drinks, cocktail hour.
Wait a second. If you bullshit artists out there really are her fans and friends, don't you want to see her next season? Well, you're not. If she doesn't get the money.
She only needs $12,000. She's going to get it.
No,
She's
I know
going to have
that.
it today.
Well, wait a minute. All you so-called fans out there, I want to see how wonderful you are if you don't send $1. Because if you don't send money,
she's got a bunch
wait
of
a minute.
fans.
If you don't send $1, she won't be on television anymore, and screw you. You just lost your best friend.
No.
Send $1. Be sports. Send $1. What's $1? What can you buy
We
for
need
a
4
buck
million
today?
people to send $1, and that way she's got her next project.
Awesome.
Which I know you have another project that you're working on. Can you tell? You want to speak a little bit about your next one? Because I know you've already done one, haven't you? You've already done it.
We're finishing our Venice, and then we're spinning off and doing a whole nother show with some of the characters from Venice.
Yeah.
So it continues in its own little way. Yeah.
Love it.
I can't wait till we all hook up in Palm Springs, all the soapers. I mean, it's going to be a blast being around like 10 or 12 soapers, and I want to see how they interact.
First of all, they all know each other because they've all kissed each other on one soap or another.
It's true. It's
And
mostly
I've kissed all the guys, so the wives are going to love you.
wonderful. No, the wives are cool. They're fine.
I believe they're fine too. So okay, so
Oh, I know
we've-
that Jamie is. Michael's
we've
wife
got-
is fabulous. I love Jamie.
we've got 4 minutes. So what do we need to get out to the people? Do you have something specific that we need to tell them besides following you on Twitter, following you on?
Yeah, I mean, listen, these people have been following me with this Project Venice for 7 years, I want to say. Is that right? Yeah, and they have supported this show from the beginning. So when I tell you that they've contributed over the last 7 years hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm not exaggerating. I just want to say thank you to these fans for being there, for making this happen.
I think
Now
that's
they'll send you
awesome.
$1.
That's
Now
right.
they're going to send me $1, which that adds up.
It's only a buck.
I think it's fantastic. I think what you're doing is great. I think
Oh,
I
wait,
love the
Can I
fact.
say one thing? Before you came on, John Barrowman was on my Facebook page this morning, and he was talking about fans that send him pictures of their crotches and their breasts. Women send breasts, and men.
Sign? Does he sign them and send them back?
You know, and he said he was going to block them. He said, but I'll tell you what, send me pictures of your crotches and your breasts, but include $1. And that, he said that $1 will go to testicular cancer for the balls, and for the boobs, it'll go to breast cancer. And
Brilliant
thought
solution.
on how I can't wait to see him, to hug him, to say how wonderful is that you turned a stinking dirty negative into a fabulous, wonderful positive.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want any pictures of anybody's balls.
No. But John,
I just want to make that clear.
but,
$1 I'll take, and I'll donate it even if you tell me this is for the balls.
Yeah,
And I'll
that's
it.
hilarious.
John Barrowman is crazy. You know John. You know John Barrowman.
I don't know, John.
Oh my
I
God,
forgot. I think he started in the soaps in 2000s,
He's
also. But
big.
then he was on.
he's a big star.
Then he was on Doctor Who, and then they made his own show called Torchwood, and now he's on Arrow on the CW. He plays the bad guy on Arrow.
I'm gonna look him up.
I'm
He's
a
one of the
superhero
hottest
person,
people
so
today out there. One of the hottest actors.
I love him. But anyway,
I
you
love
guys,
him.
okay.
He's crazy.
All right,
He's really
everybody, here we
crazy.
got to get these promos. We've got 2 minutes. All right, we got to go. First of all, everybody, please check out what's going on with Venice the Series by going to www.venicetheseries.com. Click on their Indiegogo campaign and donate. They need $12,000 to make the campaign complete. They've got 10 days left, but she would really like another $100,000 on top of that
Right.
for bells and whistles. So let's get her some more.
Love it.
Follow at Chrystal Chappell on Twitter at CrystalChappell, and follow at Venice the Series. If you want to see season 1 and 2, you go to YouTube, type in Venice the Series, you can watch it. Then go to Vimeo, and you can get season 3 and 4 on Vimeo. Or if you don't want to watch it that way and you want to watch it on your big screen television or something, all you got to do is go to VeniceTheSeries.com and buy all 4 seasons. How was that?
That's
You're
wonderful.
awesome. That was brilliant.
Crystal, I will see you at our house in Palm Springs in about
Yep.
6 months. I look forward to it. Yeah, you're going to be on
And we
our
wanna
list of
We want to
buddies.
thank you for coming. And also, I want to thank Carol Lowe for helping set this interview up. She's fabulous. So, Carol, hello. Thank you. And I'm not sure what fan it was, but there was a fan who 2 weeks ago tweeted to me saying, do you know who Chrystal Chappell is? You should have her on your show. And that's what started this whole thing.
Wow.
In
Happy
the
he
first
did.
place.
I'm
So
happy
it was
he
it was
did.
a female. So we want to thank just all your fans for being so cool
Yep.
and for promoting the fact that you were coming on the Jimmy Star Show today, because there were so many of them that did it all. I did tweets, and usually my tweets get like 1,000 retweets, and they were getting 2,000, 3,000 retweets because of your fans. So it's really, really cool, and we want to thank everybody for that. And we wish you all the luck with Venice. And when you have another something to promote, let us know.
No,
and we'll
we're
bring
going to
you back.
see you at our house.
We're going to see you then too.
We're
But
going to
you
do,
might have something
and you
before
know
then.
our daddy's coming also.
Okay.
Uh,
We'll meet in Palm Springs. Let's do this.
We'll have Carol come too. I like Carol. I talked to her on the phone the other day. She's fabulous. So Carol, thank you so much.
And
Chrystal,
Mike,
thank
Michael
you so
will
much.
be there, and John will be, all soapers. It's going to be freaky.
It's going to be fun. All right, so everybody, check out Venice the Series. Thank you so much, Chrystal.
Thank
Good
you,
luck with
Crystal.
the filming.
Thank
and
you,
with,
John. Thank you.
You're a
we'll have
sweetie
good one.
pie. You're really a sweet. I'm so happy that you turned out to be so nice. No, sometimes we get bitches on here. After the show, I say to Jimmy, I couldn't stand that bitch. And I had to be nice and polite. But with you, I'm real and telling the truth. You're a sweet pie.
Thank you, guys.
You're beautiful.
Thank you so much. Say
and
hello
you're
to your
cutesy.
husband and your family, and good luck with everything. And we can't wait for season 5. We're going to catch up now.
And thank you
you.
for playing a lesbian.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye,
All right,
sweetie.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Look how beautiful
for
she is.
tuning in.
She was really nice people. Let me tell you, I really liked her a lot. She's cool.
Absolutely.
She could come to our house anytime she wants. She's a good
She's
bug.
fabulous, and we want to thank all her fans for doing all the promotions for the show. Next week, everybody.
And remember, send a friggin' $1. What's a big deal, $1? It's going to kill you? Christ.
And also, you guys, next week we've got Robert Axelrod coming on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody in the chat room, Goddess, Tristan, Chinzia, Irish Ginger, Midi, Rebel, everybody in the chat room. And Chad, thank you so much, dude. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Chad.
Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to Crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.